Hey guys, it's Celia and I'm back with another video. So I did go ahead and take down those twists. I will have a video up on that, so just make sure you are subscribed so you get that notification. And it came out so freaking cute, you guys. I have never had a twist out this big and voluminous, and yeah. I will be 4 years natural in November. So it's been almost 4 years I've been natural, and even with having colored hair, I've been able to retain a good amount of length. Now my hair goal is to get to waist length, and I will actually have a length check for you guys in this video. I don't know where I'm going to insert it, but I will do a length check for you guys probably at the end and show you how long my hair is now. I'm hoping I can get to waist length soon. I don't know, maybe in a year and a half. I don't know. I'm hoping. I'm really close, but yeah, it just kind of like motivated me to talk about what I've learned so far in these last 4 years being natural. So yeah, if you're interested in hearing some of those things, then definitely stay tuned because I've learned a lot. You know, being natural and watching videos and trying to do what everyone else is doing, you kind of have to just figure out what works for you. Being natural is trial and error. Some people don't get it right the first time. Some people do multiple big chops. Some people have mishaps, get heat damage, breakage, etc. So it's a journey, but just stay tuned and I'm going to tell you what I learned. So one of the first things I learned in these last 4 years of being natural is you need to have a hair routine or a hair regimen. It will literally change your life. So what I mean by that is you want to have, you know, pretty much like a schedule on how often you do your hair, how often you moisturize, deep condition, etc. Anyway. So I'm not going to get too much in detail on like how often you should shampoo, how often you should condition and all that. If you want to hear my tips for all of that and like hair growth, then watch my how to grow long hair video. It's almost on 1 million views, so definitely check it out. I'll put it down below. But pretty much me having a hair routine, which mine consists of every week I shampoo, I condition or deep condition. I go back and forth, and then I moisturize. So me keeping that steady routine allows my hair to remain moisturized because, you know, I'm not allowing it to go weeks and weeks and then get matted and dry and brittle and, you know, cause breakage and stuff. So really having a set routine can definitely help with the health of your hair, and it definitely has helped with mine. I remember probably in the beginning of my hair journey, I was doing my hair like every couple of days. Wasn't using, you know, good moisturizing products, wasn't moisturizing properly. So, you know, it takes time to really figure out what regimen works for you. You know, some people, they might need to shampoo once a week. Some people like to do it once a month. You know, it's different for everyone, but as long as you have a set routine, you will literally see like the changes in your hair. So if you don't have a hair routine, definitely try to get one in place. Now, another thing I've learned while being natural is water is your best friend, you guys. I don't think we purposely try to avoid water. I think that for the most part, a lot of us grew up getting perms. So when you have permed hair, you try to stay away from water as much as you can. You don't like going outside in the rain. You don't want your hair to get wet, nothing. The only time I usually only used water on my hair was when my mom washed and conditioned it. Then once I got out, you know, once we were done with that, immediately it was blow dried and straightened. So we kind of have to get out of that and realize that water is actually our friend, especially for natural hair. Water is a moisturizer. Water helps to detangle. Water just helps everything. If you guys watch any of my videos, I'm always using water. Water from washing it, conditioning it, even to styling it. I just feel like especially when you're working on wet hair, you just get the best results, and I feel like your hair penetrates products better than actually just working on dry hair. It's not too often you see a natural literally just slapping product on dry hair. You need water. So yeah, that's something I learned. Another thing I learned while being natural, and this is crazy because this is something I always preach about. I'm always telling people to stay up on trims, make sure you trim as needed, and I never follow that. I just don't. I don't know if I just forget or if I'm lazy or what, but yeah, I definitely, don't get me wrong, I've retained a lot of length, but I do definitely feel like I would have retained just a bit more if I would have kept up with my trims instead of trying to trim once once a year. And yeah, if you guys watched my trimming video in the beginning of the year, I had to trim like 2 whole inches off because I had just neglected my hair and my ends. And then I recently did like a little dusting small trim, which, you know, keeping up with my if you keep up with your trims, you won't have to trim off as much, because if you're avoiding trims and you have split ends, etc., you know, they can start to break off your hair, they can start to rise, and you'll have to trim off more when you do eventually get to it. So staying up on trims is something I've definitely learned, and I'm definitely going to just make sure I'm staying on top of that, because, you know, I'm trying to get to waist length. Another thing I learned is my hair does not like oil. My scalp likes oil, but my hair does not like oil. And this is something, you know, I'm sure you guys have watched other YouTubers and bloggers videos, and they always say you must seal your hair with oil. And that is not true for everyone. It is not. I have done the liquid oil cream method. I have done the liquid cream oil method. And the liquid oil cream, it just did not work for me. Now the liquid cream oil, I thought it was working for me, but the oil just never penetrates my hair. And I know you guys are going to probably like tell me different ones to try. I've tried so many different oils: jojoba oil, olive oil, coconut oil, Jamaican black castor oil, every oil you can think of, and it just sits on top of my hair and makes my hair oily. Now your hair being oily and being moisturized is two different things. So yeah, everyone's different. I don't seal my hair with oil. If you guys watch any of my videos, all you see me using is water and creams. That's all I use because it moisturizes my hair. So that's something I definitely learned and had to kind of figure out on my own, because I was so stuck on trying to do what everyone else was doing, and it just was not working. So now I have cut out oil besides using it on my scalp, and my hair just, it loves it. So definitely something to keep in mind. Now another thing I've learned in my natural hair journey, especially as my hair has gotten longer, is working in sections is definitely like, it will make your life so much easier when doing your hair. I work in sections literally from start to finish, from shampooing to conditioning to detangling to styling my hair. It will make such a difference, especially for those who say, or for those who have more kinkier hair, thicker hair. It will literally save your life. Someone who has very tangled hair, if you work in smaller sections, it will definitely cut back the time it takes to detangle and how much breakage you get. So yeah, detangling in sections is just what I do. I used to, back when my hair was shorter, I just thought it was so pointless. I thought it took way longer, but actually, and now that my hair is longer, it really helps, you know, save time and breakage. So definitely detangle in sections, you guys. Now, I know people are always asking me, you know, how do you maintain your hair with having colored dyed hair? And the only reason I haven't really made like an in-depth video on that is because I don't do too much to my hair even though it's colored. So that's something you have to keep in mind when you are going to color your hair. First things first, do not color your hair if your hair is damaged, you guys. Don't do it. Like, I don't think people are even thinking when they color their hair and their hair is already falling out. They color their hair and they already have heat damage or whatever type of damage. Like it, your hair is just going to get worse if you color it. People who color their hair too much, um, just stay away. Wait till your hair is in a healthy state to color your hair. And then with color, you just have to really be careful because I feel like color and heat are one and the same. It is different for everyone. I don't care what products you're using. I don't care how healthy your hair is. Some people's hair can tolerate different things. I know I've seen people who straighten their natural hair so often and their curls revert right back. I've seen people use straighten their hair once and their curls are literally gone. I've seen people who have colored their hair multiple times over and over and over. Their hair is perfectly fine. Then there's people who color their hair once and it's falling out. So you just have to really be prepared because you're not, if you're new to it, you're not going to know until you do it. Me, I've been coloring my hair since I was in probably middle school, and I know my hair has a good tolerance for using color. So that's why I personally feel like I don't have to do a whole lot to my hair. I've kept my hair regimen the same, whether my hair whether I've recolored my hair or not. I really don't do anything extra. I don't use certain products. I don't do all these different treatments and stuff. I kind of just do what I usually do. So just keep that in mind if you are going to color your hair, because everyone's different, you guys. And then another thing that kind of has to do with color is if you're going to color your hair, you guys, stay away from heat. I know staying away from heat is like kind of best for natural hair in general. And when I say heat, I don't really mean so much blow drying. I more so mean straighteners, flat ironing your hair. When you dye your hair, and I could just be completely honest, you're already stripping away moisture. You're already causing some damage because you're altering your hair. So if you dye your hair and then you want to be using heat as well, you're just going to dry it out and cause so much breakage and damage. So you kind of got to pick and choose what you want. If you're someone who wants to straighten your hair a lot, I don't really think you should color your hair, So yeah, that's something I've learned. And I just want to give insight to you guys. So I think that is pretty much everything I kind of want to tell you guys about what I've learned, on this 4-year natural journey. Again, if you want to learn, hair growth tips and stuff like that, that video will be down below. But one last thing I do want to tell you guys is do what works for you. And this is coming from a YouTuber who gives advice to a whole bunch of people on their hair. Do what works for you. You have to know how to take in information but not take it as law. I feel like a natural can say one thing and everyone's like, okay, you have to do what she says. This is so true, blah, blah, blah. When in reality, everyone's hair is different. That's why I try my best to reiterate. Is that the word? Reiterate? I think it is. Excuse me if it ain't, you guys. But I try to make sure I tell people this is what works for me. I'm only speaking from my experience and my hair, but this is something you could try to see if it works for you. I try to make sure I say that whenever I'm giving any type of tips and stuff, because that is what us YouTubers do. We are giving you hair advice and etc. based off of our hair only. A lot of us aren't hairstylists or have even went to school for this. I feel like it's different coming from like an actual hairstylist because they have worked with different textures and they have that knowledge to actually give. But when it's someone like me, just a normal girl who has kind of learned this as she's went, you do want to make sure you're using trial and error, because that is what being natural is all about. You have to try things for yourself to see if it works or not. So keep that in mind. Definitely patience is key. When I first went natural, and time would go by, I just felt like my hair wasn't growing. I felt like it would never get to my favorite hair guru's length, and you know, I'm loving how my length is now. I really do. I wish it looked like this when I did my hair on wet hair, because you know, on wet hair it would probably be up here. But yeah, that's definitely what I've learned, you guys. I hope you guys took some type of insight to this video or learned anything. So I'm actually going to just go ahead and show you guys a length check right now so you guys can see how long my hair is, and then that will be the end of the video. So let me start with a back piece and kind of show you in the front, and then I'll actually show you in the back. So right under my boob. I feel like it's been stuck under my boob. Like, it's so frustrating. But then again, I did just trim it a little bit, so we shall see. Ow. This one's a little bit longer. Ooh. So yeah, this is where my bra actually ends right here, so there's that. Let me bring one in the front. Ooh, I didn't know it was this long. This front one's right here. My collarbone's all the way up here, so it's about right here. I ain't trying to mess up my hair now. Alright, so let me go ahead and grab a piece. Why can't I reach one? Okay, guys. Let me see. And my head is straight, y'all. I ain't trying to get no extra inches. So this is where one piece is. And this is where my waist is. So I don't know how close that is, but I'm close. Sorry. Oh yeah. Alright, so sorry the lighting was kind of off on that length check, but y'all get the hint. So definitely a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. And definitely stay tuned, because I will get to waist length, you guys, and you guys will be a part of the journey. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.